The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the dawn of the 22nd century, humanity reached new heights in technology and spread themselves throughout the solar system. Eventually, even the mind could be uploaded into digital format. This, combined with advances in medical 3D printing, allowed for replacing entire bodies when age or injury became too severe. Not content with near immortality, humanity began uplifting other sentient animals and even experimenting with artificial intelligence. It was one of these experiments that gave rise to the first artificial superintelligences, dubbed Titans. No one knows exactly how long the Titans watched and waited, but when they finally revealed themselves, it was to bring ruination upon their creators. In the war that followed, 95% of all life was destroyed, and humanity was forced to abandon their radioactive homeworld. Now, 10 years after the fall, the Titans have abruptly disappeared, leaving humanity and their creations to rebuild and to question. Did we bring this upon ourselves? And if so, have we learned enough to not repeat our past mistakes?
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios Eclipse Phase Fragments of Self. There's no do-overs. We're doing this shit live. So if I stumble on the words, I'm just ass out, everybody. I am the game master for this. See, fucking it all up. Shanky McStabber.
Hi, I am Slackshire, playing Sangre Exe.
Hello, I'm Beetle Spock, and I'll be playing FEN, or the Financial Evaluation Network.
I'm Meroward, and I am playing Kadath.
I'm Irian on Generator Power tonight, playing Tolfrin Davies.
Hey everyone, I'm Kyra Glaciate, and I'm playing Mohel as Rocklash, the Scavenger.
Good evening, I am Kao, and I will be playing Rugglery Gangsy II.
When we were last with this motley crew of transhumans, they were on their ship exploring why their memories had been lost, and a lot of strange shit was happening to each one of them. Some had hearing they shouldn't. Some ended up seeing their face in a mirror and full of anger. Some had visions of things that they can't explain. But overall, I think everybody except Finn has seen some weird things. But as we're going to open up this episode, we're opening up once again with a news network update. Across the net, a lot of people have been interested in what's going on in Paradise Station, and some footage cuts over to one of the Mesh XP rigs. This is the Paradise Underground, bringing you the true dope from the streets. Look, don't believe the official story. You know they shove your shit deeper than Jupiter's gravity well out there. It's all started when we heard this boom, and then it was like pow, 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 coming from Cognite in their research facility, yo. And now look, it was on the trailing section of the spindle, and we weren't over there, but next thing my Pizzos and I knew, the fuzz, they're like rushing everywhere, and they're all giving us third-degree hassle burns, man. This is fucked up. But word on the street, now listen, Cognite's been doing some skivvy fucking shit up in there. Some sort of accelerated growth progy. I mean, that's some weird shit. But I don't know if that's true, but I do know everyone's saying it's called, and then the video just cuts out. Your ship
Hey.
has arrived at better than vacuum. M squared, the ship's AI, comes across internally. I'm getting docking clearance now. Do you want me to list your actual names, or are you planning to use your false identities to get into the station?
What's the difference? Do we have other ones?
I don't recall.
Everyone has a false ID. Yes. If you look on your sheets, everybody got a false ID. I mean, we don't know what you were doing when you were sent here, and so we don't know how you left. So I'm not sure if you want me to hand them your actual names or just give them the fake IDs for now.
Well, what are the odds that we send the fake IDs and then it comes to bite our asses later?
Well, I can attempt to block any attempt to access our true identities.
I mean, look, this is a scum swarm. I doubt they're going to tie back to any major security databases, but if you all were up to some funny shit in here, I'm pretty sure they'll remember that part. But it would make finding what you were doing here a little more difficult for sure.
I say we take the chances and go with the fake identity. It's safer.
It may work for some of you, but I have something of a reputation.
You want to tap on that reputation?
I think it would be a bigger asset to me than anonymity. For the remainder of you, though, I follow your gut.
Why don't we say this is a story then? The later group that you had doesn't work for you anymore.
As long as they don't recognize any of the morphs you're currently in.
I'm assuming as a digital entity, I can actually change my image, how I project.
You can change your image, but you still have an identity that's based on a fingerprint of your encoding. Everyone has an identity of some kind. Some of them, a lot of times it's built off brainwaves, which when you think about it, since brainwaves change over time, there's a certain amount of leeway built into identity programs that account for that. But even a digital entity has to have some sort of ID. For you, consider it like a barcode.
Yeah. I'm just talking about like image-wise.
Image, you can appear whatever you want to appear as. Generally, because you are a virtual entity, you don't actually have a body normally. You only appear on other people's mesh inserts through their VR rigs, through their headset, basically, or their alternate reality, AR setups. So you'll look like whatever you want to look like as you're projecting through the artificial reality interfaces. Because you don't actually physically leave the ship. You're just monitoring what's going on and interacting through your virtual avatar that wanders around as its own entity, using the connected mesh to figure out your location at any given time.
I can change my appearance, though. I don't know how much it's going to fool everyone, since most of other digital entities can do something similar. But if need be, I can adopt a false persona.
Do any of you three, he looks at Caliph, Taufrin, and Sangriax, have you any opposition to fake identities?
No, they get what they get.
No.
What about you, Sanger?
No.
Then it's decided.
I'll pass it on. Yeah, we've been given some clearance. We got a docking port. They're asking us to use our docking connector because theirs has been dismantled again. what do you expect from a scum swarm? And
Think we
on the
should put a
displays throughout the ship, M squared shows you better than vacuum. It looks to be made from 12 different ships that have been bolted together in odd configurations, engines pointing every which way. You're pretty sure you see duct tape somewhere in there holding them all together. This is 12 different ships that have somehow been bolted together to form one moving ship, if you want to call it
Uncle
ship.
Middle.
Yeah, I'm squared. You better put a protective sheath on the docking connector before you stick it in.
I always perform safe docking.
It is a fork of my personality after all.
And I promise this time I won't decompress it as Talfrin goes through. I swear.
That'd be much appreciated.
And as the ship, you could feel it as the docking port goes out. There's a clamp, thunk noise through the ship as it seems to lock in. You can exit through your port. They'll be waiting on the other side with I don't know what they're going to do to you. This is a scum swarm. I doubt they have any real customs.
Well, not like it's our first time in here.
That we remember.
Let's see why we didn't come back.
As you head out the docking port there, it's just a tube that extends over to the entry area. And as you go through and leave your ship into better than vacuum, you notice in front of you is just a floating orb. It's an eyeball, a giant eyeball. It has no manipulators that you can see. Of course, it could easily hide them inside itself. The tag on it says his name is Iris. It makes sense, doesn't it? But now this giant eyeball is bloodshot. Pupil is dilated. Hey, yeah. Hey, welcome to Better Than Vacuum. Like, you want to buy any drugs?
Hey, you can
What are
say
you
that to
offering?
me.
I mean, what do you want? We got narcos, we got algos, we got whatever form you take, we got something that'll affect it. Cyber brain, synth brain, real brain, we don't care. We got it all.
From what I know of the scum, let's say that, is he likely to be just a random seller, or is this really the actual responsible for security?
Both. The odds are that it's both.
Okay.
That's generally how this goes. That it is light on anything that you might consider protocol.
Okay. So Mohel is gonna say, what is the most popular sell at this time? What are people buying?
Oh man, well, we got all kinds of shit. We got this one. This is called Blue Wave, man. This shit'll make you like you float off into the air or think you're floating off into the air. We got ones here that now this is a mild trip. You won't see anything, but you'll think you do, and everything just glows and pulses with the music. When you get out in the main ship, you can find all the parties. You'll find all that stuff here. We got this is called Stextasy. This one just heightens up any kind of freaky shit you get into while you're on the station. Just remember the rules. Whatever you do, go ahead and do it wherever you're going to do it. But if any passerbys, you got to get consent if you want to involve them in what's going on.
Does this interest any of you? He looks at the group.
Thanks, no.
No, thank
No.
you.
No,
Give me
thank you.
something social, High chance of flash out, brighten up the colors. Social, fun, party, low chance of hallucination, 0 chance of cardiac arrest. You got anything that fits the bill?
Hey, oh shit, Roger Leary, yeah, welcome back, man. Damn, I mean, you got a bryo brain in there, or you got a cyber brain? Which one you're sporting, man?
Oh, it's all bio in here, as far as I'm aware. I haven't really had the systems checked since my last my last re-sleeve, but yeah, as far as I know,
Oh, it's
everything
all
was bio.
bio.
Hey,
Cool. Biphenylethylamine. He pulls out just a little strip, and it's got just little tabs on it. Yeah, this shit'll get you up. It's not an amphetamine. It's like an amphetamine, man. But it'll
All
get
right.
you up like way fucking up, man. It's good shit.
Sounds good.
Here, yeah,
Risk of health
your rep's good here,
complications?
man. Here, take one.
All right. Now I'll take one, and I'll be back for say a month's supply if I like it. Hey, you know, my memory's a little hazy after the last time I was around. Can you tell me how recently was that?
Yeah, hang on a second. And the eye rolls back, and you're just staring at the bloodshot, would have been whites, but it's more like red streaked. And then it rolls forward. Yeah, you were here like 90 days ago, man, but you left. You were only here like a day, and then you left.
That doesn't sound like me.
No,
Man, I
it
must have
doesn't,
been
because
going hog
I'm
wild.
pretty sure you go party normally, man. Everyone knows your rep. You awful fast partying.
Of course. And with me, did I bring any of my acquaintances?
Yeah. You. I'm showing it. You came here. I mean, you really weren't doing your normal thing. You got into a case. I didn't strike you for the clanking masses. And a case, for everyone, the viewers and the players to know, that is the bare bones bottom line synth body. That is, I mean, it's called the clanking masses for a reason. It is nothing special. They're mass produced. They're used throwaways normally. But yeah, you brought your crew and you all went into the cases, and you were here about a day. I don't know where you went, but I mean, if you want, I can ask around a little about who you might want to talk to.
Well, I wouldn't want to dig anything up embarrassing for myself or anybody that was present. But if you could, on the down low,
this place, come on. Ain't nothing embarrassing here. We got 5 different orgies going at a different time. We've got 16 different clubs doing whatever you can imagine. There's nothing embarrassing here. I mean, unless you're going to try to start a corpo or something up in here, that, you know, we don't take all that shit. That's a little too triff for this crew.
Oh, don't jest with me, corporations. You know, no.
Yeah, then you're good then, man. You know, we kind of laid back here. Just you bring the party all you want, you know, hang out, have some fun. I mean, I'm checking over. Your rep's good enough, probably can cover your friends. You'll be good to go. Nobody will give you any hassle. You know, we don't do that money thing. It's all about the rep.
All right. Well, I will enjoy my sample, and my friends here shall enjoy our time aboard Better Than Vacuum. And I intend to do a running column of all of the best scum swarms around the system.
Oh, yeah, man. This is one of the best. You know, they had one of the artists was there, Bacon Boy. He had one of his meat
Bacon
sculptures.
Boy.
Yeah, he did one of the meat sculptures in the primary hab of this place, man. It was like 20 feet tall. It was amazing, man. It was like, you know.
Oh, of course.
It was a work of art that you could eat. It was just, man.
Thoughtful and delicious.
Yeah. Oh, man. It blew my mind, man. Just.
Oh, you haven't lived until you've seen a Bacon Boy.
Little arms did come out from behind the eyeball and did the hand signal like that. And then they just retracted back in.
Well, crew, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Affirmative.
Lead the way.
Excellent. You You'll enjoy this.
Yeah. If you're looking to find out, what you up to, why you left in a hurry, there's a it's a pod repair place. They repair bodies and all. Cochise, just go over to there. They probably know. They seem to know everything. That's where I get half my algorithms anyway. Their algo narcotics, man. They make some of the best in the damn station. It's great.
Suppose that'd be worth looking into. He nudges over to Finn.
I can assess.
Nudges is digital.
Yep. So as you all step out of the docking area, you're immediately met with just a cacophony of sound. There is sound from right where you're standing, 3 different clubs, all playing different music, all at once, loudly. It's to the point where this section, the floor is vibrating, and everywhere you look is AR advertisements, graffiti. It is just not just sound, but visual overload in a lot of ways. There's things, advertising the latest drugs. There's argument, there's graffiti where it's arguing, and you can see it changing in real time about which of the clubs is best. This is not a place for the ones who are tame, for sure. So what's the crew doing as you're being overloaded with sound and sights, and even the smells are a bit much? There's all kinds of odd food smells and body smells. I'll put it at that. We'll leave it right there. This place is, hell, half the people in here seem to be high. There's even a pair of dragonflies that seem to be flying in lazy circles, spinning the whole time, because it looks like they can't figure out how to go straight, because they just keep bumping into each other every once in a while.
So, where to next?
I can dig some files on that pod repair.
That
See
guy
what
that
I can
was-
access.
That guy was on the newsreel that we were watching just before we docked. Wonder if he's here anywhere. You'd find him.
That news came from Paradise Station itself, so he wouldn't be. He's
Okay.
where you left, where all the shit started going down. Right after you
Where we were
left.
Chased out by the police.
Storyteller, based on the clientele of this facility, would I have any knowledge of anyone here or see anyone that would relate to my past employment?
This is a scum swarm. So there's people from all walks of life. Even you're not near a habitat now, so you've got nobody taking the local shuttles in and out. But this is the kind of place where, people bring their ships all the time for party weekends, party months, party years sometimes. Because once you get going, it's hard to leave, as you're going on a good roll. So you might find somebody somewhere if you look around. Or if you spend some flex points, you might be able to make somebody that you knew.
Okay, I will use some flex points.
Yeah, you can use a flex point, one of your flex points, to define an NPC. So you can create an NPC that you know with your flex points. So all you have to do is, on your character sheet, you go to your top right of your sheet. It has flex. It's kind of a star looking kind of thing on it on the right.
Mhm.
You have 5 of them for yours. You just click on it and it'll offer what you want. You just say introduce NPC.
Believe I clicked it.
Yep. So what kind of NPC are you adding to it?
Someone that I would know from prior employment that could be here on a job.
Okay. I'll introduce him to the scene here shortly.
I agree we should perhaps go to that place Iris recommended.
I agree.
Good a place as any to start.
I'm not really thinking about the information that Iris had. More so that a place like that is bound to throw scraps away, and we can sift through those.
What did you have in mind?
Well, we were, accordingly to that Iris, utilizing the bottom of the barrel
Mhm.
morphs. Those probably break all the time. Memories, chips, things like that.
You think they'd still be on hand after all this time? Or they wouldn't just throw it in the recycle?
It's better to try and find something.
Oh, sure.
And if there isn't anything there, there isn't anything there. And I think we all go to place.
I think that would be wise.
Now, it's easy to find anywhere on this station because of all the AR, everything. All you have to do is pull up on the mesh what you're looking for, and then you just see a glowing path that'll take you right there. Everything linked to everywhere. It does make it handy to get from place A to place B, provided it's a listed place. But as you're moving through going to Cochise, somebody's walking the crowd. They're obviously stoned out of the gourd, and they bump into Sangri. Then they stop.
Hello.
They start doing their head over towards the wall.
Okay. There?
Come on, over there. Don't talk in the middle of here. Come on.
Okay. And she'll follow?
Sangri, what you doing
Yes.
here?
I am lost. I am looking for information.
Oh,
Have
hey, after what happened last time you were here, stay away from the whole third tier of this swarm. I don't think they've forgotten.
what happened? I am having a memory loss.
Oh man, there was malfunctions all in that section of the ship, and it was blamed on you all. And then there was a fight that went on, and you all left. That's what the rumors say.
What else have you heard of? And this was third tier?
Yeah, it's the whole top section of ships.
What is on the third tier?
I mean, bars, a lot of bars up there. Higher gravity, not as much fun to do the full parties, you know. Most of the people here want to get in the party in the low grav and zero grav areas so that they can, be free.
I have seen the information on this type of maneuver. Question. Did you talk or associate with me at that time?
No. I heard, I keep my ear to the ground. That's why I'm here. Pass stuff on. And you notice he's not stoned at all. He just was playing a pretty good job of being stoned. I just, you and your friends, just be careful. That's all I can tell you. The
Was
wrong
there
crew
any-
see you here. They might. Look, you were in different bodies anyway, so I doubt everybody will remember, but wrong person see you. They might ask about the malfunctions that were going on.
Were we here with anyone else?
The rumors didn't say. They just said, there was an altercation, some malfunction, something with the life support modules failing and filters all shutting off. CO2 started overloading. There's some fucked up shit, and then some fights broke out.
Who were
Rumor had
we?
it you all were part of it, and then you left.
Who were we fighting?
The people that are here. Look, fights aren't often on this place, so when a brawl breaks out, a big big melee goes on, people hear about it. We don't do bar fights here. So
someone would have seen us during this fight or have knowledge of who we were fighting?
yeah, and probably the ones that were in the fight, which is the ones you don't want to see. They're the ones that are most likely to remember you.
And you don't know who these are?
No, I wasn't in, I wasn't up in there. I was down here. Just keep your head down. Don't go up to the third tier. You'll be all right. That's all.
Thank you. Would you be able to contact me with information at another time? Should you hear other information?
Sure, I can. I mean, you're here, so I can just pop it out on the mesh looking for you.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
And he turns and just starts staggering again, head kind of waving and moving. His body just looks like he has no hinges left in it. It's all loose and rubbery as he's walking away.
Were all of you able to hear that information?
Were you sending it out to us?
Yes.
I mean, it comes.
Yes.
You can share it through your tech net real time.
Yes, I can possibly pull up footage of such events and what caused it. Might bring us more clues.
I would say third tier approximately 3 months ago. And we were in our prior body sleeps.
We're that to hold water in a place like this for 3 months. Whatever we did was big, or whatever was framed on us was big.
I think I am the type of person who would have started a bar brawl.
So I would like to see if I can access any camera footage.
Okay, give me. We'll start with a research test.
Okay.
We'll start from there, and then we'll work from there as we go. As you're doing a research, we'll continue with the scenes, but yeah. Okay, I'll get back to you on what you find as you're doing the research as you're heading over to Cochise. Cochise is not on level 3. It's actually on this main level. The main level, you're running right now at about half gravity. So you still walk. If you go down a level, you'll start reaching where you get closer and closer to zero grav based on the axis of spin of the entire swarm. They count them by levels as, from zero gravity all the way up to 1G based on spin. So you're heading over to Cochise. As you're walking through, everywhere you turn, if it's not a club, it's a group of people either all sitting in a circle playing music. Some are playing with all kinds of fancy lights and painting in the air. I mean, this is one giant commune of people who have no responsibility, no jobs. They don't need them. Everything is, they print it as needed, dispose of what's not, and keep going. It's the ultimate center of self-expression. You do pass several orgies that are just right in the middle of the in the middle of the walkway. Don't matter. Nobody says anything to anybody. But following your path, Cochise, it says on it, repairs, pod and synthmorph repairs. And under it, somebody put in parentheses, and algos, which is shorthand for algo narcotics. When you go into place, you do notice there's several, cases in there. There's bare model bodies working through the place. Some of them are working on at a med vat, which is where they're working on a pod. Some of them have what looks to be a dismantled robot or drone in front of them, tinkering away on it. But what comes up to you is a dragonfly. It's about 3 feet long, and its wings are just beaten in this low grav, but it kind of zips over. Welcome to Cochise. You all look functional. Does that mean you're here for the algos or?
Hello.
Don't everyone talk at once. Must be some good shit you're on. It must be one of ours.
I haven't even taken mine yet. We're here to keep a log of transaction history. We had some trouble with our previous rentals, I believe, and we just, I think, wanted to lodge a complaint.
Lodge a complaint in this place? Hey,
We-
Matt, get a load of this one. They're going to lodge a complaint. Yeah, sure. Complaint. I'm going to take this complaint and I'm going to file it in my bin.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say you were going to file it up my ass.
Only if you say okay.
I think that is another room that I saw that we passed.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen a lot of that coming through this place. I mean, what was the problem with your morphs?
They got holes in them, caused by bullets, I think.
Bullets.
Yeah.
And this-
They were not supposed to get. They were not supposed to have allow bullet holes.
I mean, sometimes things happen, but I wasn't aware we had bullet holes and everything in this place. Are you sure this is where you got them? This station? Man, I would have heard about gunfire.
Just messing with you, man. Just messing with you.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
that's pretty funny actually, because
Wasn't
bullets
there-
in a spaceship they don't go long very well. Bullets tend to punch holes, and
Yeah,
better
and-
than vacuum becomes vacuum.
No.
wasn't there an altercation that occurred not long ago? Possibly on the third tier?
Oh yeah, the brawl. That's what everybody's calling it, the brawl. Yeah, some fucked up shit happened up there.
What happened?
Oh, I mean, as far as I can tell, all there were some malfunctions going on through the ship, and somebody was running a check on it and was trying to backtrack to figure out what it was, because we've got bots that repair most of that shit, and then somebody linked it to a group of people that were here. They had cast it in from Paradise, which doesn't surprise me, that corpo shit over there, but the malfunctions followed them, and then they got confronted up in the bar, and then the whole crowd for some reason decided to turn on each other, and then everybody was beating the shit out of everybody else. I mean, it was a bad vibe for the whole place, to be honest, because while we have fights all the time, there's a consensual fight. Some people just like to flex like that, and this was just a mass melee up there.
Who was the one that confronted the group?
I don't look, how rumors is, we don't name a lot of names around here, you're going to find. Because, I mean, names are transitory anyway. That's like an artificial thing that's been put on us by society.
Can you describe what they looked like? You have been here a while, and you fix a lot of things. You certainly would have seen something.
Nah, you know who you need to talk to?
Who?
There's a bar up on level 2. Okay? It's called the Rat's Den. Go up there, talk to Flat Face Fur Boy.
Flat Face Fur Boy. Okay.
I don't know if that's his name this week. He changes his name, but you'll recognize Flat Face Fur Boy.
Will he be a furry boy with a flat face?
See? You bingo.
All right.
And the little manipulators, the little dragonfly legs just wave at you. He knows almost everything that goes on. His kink is knowledge. He just enjoys collecting everything, so he knows everybody, that everything's going on.
An
So
information
everyone just
broker.
kind of goes to him.
Interesting.
Thank you very much for your assistance.
Oh, yeah. Can I interest you in any algorithms? Any of y'all got synth brains? I mean, I see your digital friend there. Would your digital friend like to get high?
No.
I mean, you
Thank
can turn
you.
it off when you're ready. You can just enjoy the buzz and then turn it right off, because, I mean, you don't have to wait for it to purge. You're artificial. You got that advantage. That's why I like this giant dragonfly body with the synth brain. I can turn it off and on. I can be high when I want, not when I don't need to be.
Maybe another point. But Not at the moment.
Hey,
Thank you.
it's all good. Don't be causing trouble, though.
We actually
Of
want to
course
avoid
not.
trouble.
And as you turn to leave, you actually hear somebody in back going, "Hey, man, you know who that was? That was Raj Leary." There's somebody else. Nah, he wasn't high enough to be Raj Leary. So the crew's going to go up to level 2. Now, getting to level 2, you can see it from where you're at, but there's no easy way to get up there. You have to take a roundabout course because you're following. At one point, there were probably decks here that were blocking the various floors that they just gutted the inside of the ship out. You have to move around until you can find a spot. You find it's the ship version of an elevator. Really what it is just handholds on a track that run in a loop up, and you just grab a handhold and it just pulls you up to the next floor. As the gravity increases, it does get a little more challenging to disengage, but most people have more than enough zero G and low G training to not worry about it, including you all. It's only if you try something complicated, I don't know, like get in a fight while using those handholds that you have a problem.
Yeah, I actually think Moho is going to ask the group to go first, and he's going back to M squared because the name of that place reminded him of something, and he's actually going to change morphs.
You're going to fall back and change morphs? Okay.
Did I acquire anything from my research?
You found research. The bar fight happened. Number of injuries. A couple morphs were damaged. No names are listed. There's no footage of it. But the reason there's no footage is you're finding out that routinely data banks of footage gets purged in this place because it seems some people who come here aren't from the swarm. So they pay good money to make sure that video is replaced so that their reputation off the ship doesn't suffer. You'd imagine since you were close to Cognite space when this incident happened, somebody paid to have a whole lot of footage deleted because there were Cognite execs partying their asses off and didn't want the consortium to know. That'd be your guess.
Not even audio.
Nope. But there's a lot of talk of the fight. A lot of people, you got 6 different accounts that none of them match up.
I think our best bet is to go to the second floor and ask for that fur thing creature.
Flat-faced furboy.
That thing, yes.
I am curious to see what this individual looks like.
Probably a flat-faced fur bulb.
I actually have a better guess. Go first and wait for me. I'll be right back at you. And
when you head back to the ship, Iris is no longer waiting at the docking port. Apparently, he came over as you docked, talked to you, and then just wandered back off. I'd say security is light, but that implies there's security.
Somebody might show up.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody greets everybody that steps onto the station. Other than that,
yeah,
I assuming you're
Moho,
switching to your critter.
you assumed correctly.
Yep, I already dropped that morph on your sheet. You already switched over on your sheet.
I'm simply going to switch and then go back because, come on, the place is called the Rat Den.
As the group hangs out, it's not long before you see Mohel in his, 2 meter tall, standing on 2 legs rat. It is a humanoid rat for all intents and purposes there.
How fitting.
How interesting.
That's a sight you don't see every day.
Except it has
What
opposable thumbs.
inspired this choice?
Agreed.
I will fit right in, won't I?
Yeah.
Well, you're a fur boy, but you do not have a flat face.
Everyone has their limits, I suppose.
Technically, not necessarily.
Let's go. And well, I was gonna guide everyone to there because
And
I would like to spend a fate point, a flex point.
a flex
sorry.
point? Okay.
Yes, I would like to define my relationship
Okay.
with Flatface.
Okay. What's your relationship to Flatface? Face? Is he a friend of
Oh.
yours?
Oh, we actually used to work together in the mining parts. He went
Okay.
a little wilder than me, however.
Okay.
That's
So
where the rat thing came out from.
the rat den, the entry as a hole, it looks like a mouse hole, complete with a little piece of cheese setting in front of it. The cheese isn't real, of course. It's artificial. It's part of the AR that is bombarding you constantly. But for some reason, as you're going inside this place, inside, artificial reality has got just all around you is cats chasing mice. It looks like a cartoon from the Earth days from over 100 years ago, probably at this point. For those that might be enjoy old Earth kind of shows, it's Tom and Jerry that's playing all around you. And sitting up on the bar, he's literally sitting there. There's a robot that does all the drinks, that mixes all drinks. You don't have actual bartenders. Why bother with that? There's another humanoid rat. He's sitting there, and this has to be Flat-Faced Furboy because it's a rat, but his face is, when he turns his head, it's actually perfectly flat. Though when he looks at you, it looks like it has depth to it. It is a carefully modeled morph that has all the perspective when he looks dead on of an actual three-dimensional face, but when he turns his head, it is actually completely flat.
As if he's been stricken in the face by a frying pan, curious.
Mm-hmm. Or a shovel.
Must be
Oh,
him.
damn it, man. Is that Mohill?
You're going by Flatface now.
This week. That's what they all call me. Sometimes I go by Bob. I went by Heckle one week, Jekyll another week, Bob one week. But they all just call me Flat-Faced Furboy. Nice morph, man. No, I like that one. That's a high-end model. That's pretty cool. Who's your friends? I mean, we don't see many. He looks over and points at Kadeth. It's a biomorph. Is that real, or are you changing it up, or is that your normal kind of thing? Or are you an actual uplift?
I am an actual uplift.
Oh, that's fucking cool. We don't get a lot of uplifts out here. I don't know why. They don't seem to enjoy the party as much as the rest of us. I guess that's what happens when they're caught under that bullshit. People try to say they own you and own your DNA and all that crazy shit. I mean, I'm sure the AI, he understands. I mean, infomorphs have that same problem. And he points over at Finn,
Indeed.
kind of bums you out. You don't really feel like partying all the time because too many places still think of you as secondary citizens, but not here. Here in the rat's den, look, everybody are equally trying to get that cheese.
Mendable.
You're very welcoming.
I try to be, it's kind of a philosophy on things. When you've been an indenture, stuck on the mining barge I was on it for 10 years. You kind of get philosophical. You realize that nobody should be bound in shackles anymore, whether those shackles are societies, whether it's fucking corporate overlords, whether it's your own hang-ups. You shouldn't be bound in those shackles.
Translating, he wouldn't shut up about that for a whole 10 years before he finally quit.
I mean, y'all want a drink? Just tell the bar bot there what you want. He slide it over to you.
Now, if I remember correctly, this thing that's on the televisions is an old cartoon called Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. You get it, huh?
If I remember correctly, is it not true that in the cartoon Tom and Jerry, the rat is really never caught?
Once in a while, but he always lets him go
Right.
because without the chase, what's the fun? You know, you got to have that chase. You know, sometimes you find that your life isn't complete without the other part that goes with it, you know? It's a good philosophy to have.
Wise words.
I mean, look, what can I do for you? Look, I was a little mad you didn't stop by and visit last time you came on station. I mean, I thought we was buds, and then you didn't come by and visit. You didn't introduce me to your friends. I mean, I can read their tags now, so I know who you all are. But you didn't even come to say hi.
Things were a little hectic at the time. Don't you
Yeah, you
remember what
started a
happened?
fucking fight. You never did get
No.
past your bar brawl days, did you?
Tell me the version that you heard about that.
I haven't been in a bar fight in a while, you know?
I mean, about the bar fight that we started.
Oh. You know, look, come step in the back room. I don't like to. Look, we're old friends, so you're good, but I don't want to just spread it to everybody, you know? Normally,
Sure.
you get info from me, you owe me favors. That's how this whole rep things work, you know? You owe me, I pump your rep, then, you know, back and forth. That's how we build this up. So just come on in the back room.
Let's not take down the market value of your precious info, right?
You know, market value, I wouldn't say that, but, you know, it's all about, and this economy here, as they call it, is more of a you do for me, I do for you. It's all favors. So, I mean,
Sure.
info is good for favors. It gets me time on the
But-
printers to print up the new hooch.
Credits are also good for favors, are they not? I mean,
Not here. I can tell you now, your credits won't get you shit on this place because it's all about favors. You know, they don't really care about money. It's all favors, and you know, you get enough of them built up, your rep. Now, you see, Roger Larry, you got a good rep. Most people around here don't have it, give you whatever you want, just so they can say, hey, you were here with them and they hung out with you for a bit. So you get everything you need. But money, nah, they don't give a shit. What good's money? That would involve us going to the corpos or going off this place. And they got everything they need here. Hell, I get the hooch printed up for me as I need.
Let's go to the back place then.
And he takes you through another rat hole, but it leads to this office. It's done in leather. And when I say it's done in leather, not just the seats, the desk, the walls, the bookcase. He has a couple books, actually books in it, which is crazy because, I mean, not a lot of people keep books anymore. The floor, the ceiling, it's all leather. Different colored leather, but leather. That's my sanctuary. I know it doesn't fit the rat theme. That's why I keep it back here.
You could say that's the inside of a boot of the person that you live in.
I didn't look at it as a boot. I've thought of it more as inside somebody's handbag. You know, like they used to carry, all the thrift people used to have, like, you know, their pets in a bag. They'd carry it around. You see that in the old Earth vids. Well, I figured somebody must have had a mouse in their bag too, right?
Sure.
People did put their pets inside them for
You know, it's my gimmick. It's kind of fun. So you want to know what happened with the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Now you were up there. Some fucking damnedest shit, man. Selby Pascal. They accused you of the malfunction. Not look, I didn't believe that shit. I know you wouldn't have anything to do with malfunctions and all, but Selby Pascal said you were part of the reason why we were having the malfunctions. Then everybody started getting hostile for some reason, and you would think they'd be hostile towards you. But no, they just started beating the shit out of each other for no reason. And then you, your friends, and Selby Pascal hopped on a transport ship out of here, heading towards Der Lange Schwanz. And it wasn't even one of like your ship. You know, you got a fast little ship. No, it was one of those bulk fucking haulers hauling raw materials on its way out. You all just hopped on. I assume you hopped on because you didn't want to face what was going to happen to you once somebody figured out what happened at the bar fight. So you all just slipped out.
With the guy that accused us?
Hey, look. I
Did
don't
he
know. I
go-
thought it might be some performance art you were doing or some shit, you know?
Did it seem like he was going with us willingly, or was he leading us, or were we leading him?
Look, you know, this place, I can tell you now, if they didn't want to go willingly, all they had to do was say something, and you'd have a couple dozen partiers that turn on you all of a sudden. You know, consent's a big deal around here. Scum and swarm like this can't survive without it. So we don't take well to manhandling each other. Normally that involves citizens' justice, you might call it.
Well, some threats aren't always physical.
I mean, that's a possibility. But I know you all left together on the same freighter.
Now, you mentioned there was something wrong with the tech or
Yeah, there was.
malfunction.
Yeah, we had malfunctions all over the place. At the time you all come in, that's why I think Selby said it was you all that did it. It was atmospheric stuff kept going on. We had a problem with the O2 scrubbers, life support shutting down in places. So it'd get hot and cold all of a sudden. Lights would shut off randomly in places. Look, I don't believe it, but Selby said he tracked it all everywhere you went, your group. It was happening.
GM, is that something that Fen is able to do to like distort cameras so we won't be tracked, or something similar?
I mean, you could cut the lights with a little bit of hacking. You could do all that with hacking. But generally, scum swarms are built with a lot of redundancy. That's the one advantage of having, 12 different ships scrapped or, stapled together and duct taped together is there's a lot of redundancy because you have 12 different ships, O2 scrubbers, life support, heating, sharing between the whole lot of them. So you could do it. It'd take a lot of work, though.
It certainly, I say kind of quietly, it certainly seems within my capabilities, but there seems to be too much effort on my part.
Would there be one thing like electromagnetic type current?
No,
Or
I
any
think what
kind
happened, somebody got high on the wrong shit again. And they were just fucking around with shit, playing jokes on people, and it just got blown out of proportion. It's rare, but it happens around here where somebody takes the wrong shit, has a bad reaction, or they take a beta narco that hasn't been really tested yet, and they don't understand the actual, side effects. So they do some weird shit and fuck some shit up. And, it always gets caught, and eventually it gets corrected, and, it gets all fixed in the end. The bar fight's just a weird part because normally people are pretty laid back about that kind of shit. A bar fight where everybody starts beating the shit out of each other, that ain't happened very often.
Is there any one particular thing that would have caused all of these disruptions at once?
I don't know. If I knew that, I'd fucking be in another line of work. I'd be prognosticating. I'd be in a groundhog body, the prognosticator of prognosticators. I don't know where that comes from, but I heard that once and I liked it.
Did we seem like ourselves, or were we acting strange?
You were in fucking cases, is what everybody says.
Well, yeah, but I mean, aside from that,
I mean, look, nobody gets in a case unless they have to, or I guess some people do it if they're popping over here for just quick business and return, and they'll do that. But nobody wants to be in a case. Come on, man.
Not unless we needed a disposable.
And hard to trace.
Seems like people were using this momentary glimpse of technology to start a fight, but it can also mean that someone also, since our own brains can be manipulated, our own minds in some ways, started a group fight, anger, heightened adrenaline. Maybe
Kinda.
that is also just a side effect of these malfunctions. Did not just affect the station, but the people within that section.
Almost like there was something wrong with the minds of the people at that time.
Might you
distraction.
have a napkin and a pencil by chance?
No, what the fuck? We don't use pencils. I print that up. You can just
Or
do it with AR. Just run your finger in the air and you can draw whatever you want. Just do it in AR. I mean, everybody will see it. Pencils, right? That's positively archaic. That's old shit right there. You going old school.
sometimes old school is best.
Let's see here. Hang on a second. Cadith, you need to give me a what to have you roll. Give me a willpower save. Just click on willpower on your sheet.
Oh
Will.
boy. Where is it? There it is.
Yep. Just go ahead and click will.
And average modifier.
Yep. Average. It's fine.
Cool.
Okay. As you're standing there, you're getting angry all of a sudden. Somebody bumped into you, and you're filled with quite a bit of anger about that situation. You don't know who bumped into you, but you're angry about it right now. If they do it again, you're probably going to want to swing on them.
Who is standing next to Kadath right now? Closest.
Talfrin.
All right.
Okay.
We feel the sudden rise of anger. We try to get in front of it. And then two of our arms snap out and right on Talfrin's arm. Hard.
Hey. Ow. What's the matter?
Don't hit me.
You hit me.
You started it.
No, I didn't.
And we start to make ourselves really big, like kind of bracing out our arms. We're still kind of standing on them, but bracing them out,
No,
and
cool.
making
Cool,
ourselves look
cool,
really
cool.
big, flashing colors.
Well, I see the dangers, but whoa, hold on. I didn't do anything.
Do they do this often?
No.
I wish we did.
No.
Kadath, I can play back just this moment, and I can show you that he did not hit you.
Play it.
This is interesting.
The playback of the video in the room that Finn has been capturing, because, I mean, everything's recorded from you all. Talfrin did not move, did not bump you. Nobody did.
Had I shared with Kadath my my vision that I had seen? I thought I did.
Yes.
Okay. Where?
We're slowly putting it together, and we're still big arms, but we kind of back off, roll back a few steps.
And Sanger,
Color's still going.
That's the kind of shit they said happened in the bar.
it is happening now.
They kept saying everyone kept saying, well, this person bumped into me. This person knocked my drink over. This person stepped on my shoe. And then they just all started hitting each other.
Someone was manipulating their senses.
Yeah, like what happened to me. I mean, when I saw somebody that I killed just in a fit of anger.
What?
But yeah,
not just here, recently. Right?
No, not here.
Okay. But you do.
It was because they hit you.
Well,
allegedly.
I don't know.
Sangren's going to turn kind of away so that she's facing more the dark. And she's going to close her eyes and put a finger up like she's trying to write. And she's just going to close her eyes like she's trying to connect to whatever it was that took over the first time. She's going to go STOP with her eyes closed.
Okay.
Does it do anything?
Nothing. Talfrin, you do feel impending dread, though.
I feel like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
Look, y'all, obviously you all are on some fucked up. I don't know what. You didn't get shit from Iris, did you?
No, I refused it. I didn't want any.
No, I was also offered at the pod repair.
Because our Iris likes to break out the beta shit untested. Kind of a joke he plays on newcomers. Y'all got some weird shit going on, though. To be fair, it's starting to feel like you all might be going to bring some static down on.
Hey, flat
on the rat hole, man.
I understand. We won't be hanging out long here. We don't want any problem to this place. Just one final question, though. You said that we left with that person.
Yeah, Selby Pascal.
Who exactly is Selby Pascal?
They weren't on the station much longer than you were, or on the swarm much longer than you are. They came a day or two before you, left with you, going out to that Longa Schwartz. Schwartz is a weird ass name for a ship. You went on a junket, Hal. That was the name of the freighter.
Did we seem to have known Selby last time?
I don't know. You got in an argument with him, but then left with him. I mean, look, that shit happens here. It's 1 minute, if you're not fighting, you're fucking. I mean, that's just the way that it is up in here sometimes. As long as everybody's cool with it.
Face. Is this face familiar now? Do the reconstructed image of what Sangra saw on the ship, on her reflection.
No, I never seen that face before. It's kind of weird, though. Don't you see how fuzzy at the edges? I mean, yes, that's a digital face, isn't it?
Is a rendering, yes.
Yeah, that looks like some sort of infomorph to me.
So your reconstruction of footage. So
got an eye for faces.
I don't imagine. I know people like having all the anything that happens here in the swarm stay here, but I don't suppose there's any place we could find any actual real logs that have been kept for
logs.
Yeah, I know
that requires bureaucracy, and to be fair, it requires people to give a shit and not be high all the time. Like I said, they're either fucking fighting or stoned out of their gourd around here.
Not everybody.
The only people that seem to give a shit at this point are the people that were directly involved in the third floor. Because we were warned to not go there.
That's probably good advice. I'd imagine the regulars up on that area, they'd recognize, they wouldn't see the bodies. You were in fucking cases. Nobody give a shit about that, but I'm sure somebody will recognize your tags. Somebody's probably had you flagged in their muses have you flagged at the moment they see your tag. They're going to get a reminder that you're in the area.
And there wouldn't be anyone that was in the altercation that would be safe to ask questions to?
Around here, uh, they don't know how the fight started, but all of them blame it on you. See, you all caused it somehow.
But we didn't consent to accept the blame.
Well, unfortunately, blame is one of the few things that seems to go around like somebody shoots it from a fucking cannon.
I see. I don't think that we can find anything else here. Besides, we don't want to bring any heat to this place.
Here, let me send it. I'll send this data packet over to you. There's the vector that Junket Hal left on. I only was keeping track of that because I needed to know when they might return on their little loop, because fresh stocks of new materials to refill what little stuff leaves the recyclers, every once in a while we need feedstock for the printers. It's good to know where any of the haulers are around here. But they were heading to that DeLonga Schwantz fucking place. I'm sure your ship can find it.
Yeah. What does it look like? Did you see it?
I mean, DeLonga Schwantz or the fucking Junket Hal?
Yeah, DeLonga Schwantz.
I mean, long, cylindrical, rounded on the tips.
I pull up an image.
It's a long cylinder space station.
It looks curious.
It's listed as an orbital habitat in the asteroid belt.
What kind of things would we find there? Do you know?
It's not listed as a scum swarm. Asteroid belt, I'll tell you, normally is anarchist groups, which means no government. It's well, I can't say no government. It is a communal government, a lot of times true democracies where everybody has a vote, equal say. They vote on what the position of anything is in the group. It's not quite scum swarm. Everyone's just doing whatever, but it's definitely not capitalist. There's no money involved. Have you contributed to the projects that are going on that the rest of the community voted? Are you active voting? Because if you don't care about your environment enough to vote, most of them don't think you're worth being there then, because you don't take a hand in your society.
Curious. I think we should leave then.
I think that is wise.
Thank you, Flatface. I'll keep in touch.
Yeah, keep in touch, man. Just tone down the anger sometimes. And he looks over at Kadeth, and Kadeth, your anger's gone. It faded already. Unnaturally so.
We apologize.
I mean, I get it.
It's fine.
I get it.
It must be something we inhaled as we crossed the station.
Cortisone levels, new station, new environment, throws you off, right? I've heard that's a thing.
It's overwhelming. We offer our sincerest apologies.
It's all good. Just I would follow. Don't go up to the third floor. Level 3 is rough.
No.
Thank you for your information. It was much appreciated.
Anything for my boy Mohi over here?
Mohi. All right. I'll call you by the name that you used to go by, Johnson.
That. Come on, man. That's too respectable for this community here. Why you got to go there? Fuck. Oh man, don't say that out there.
Oh hell, brother, dick move.
I mean, And as you all leave the rat hole, we're going to go to break right here. I think it's a good spot to take a break. We will see everybody in 10 minutes. Enjoy the break, and if you read the break, you'll see a little all the players' backgrounds, plus a bit about what they think their backgrounds are, and a bit about their morphs that they've chosen. See you in 10 minutes, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, they finally stepped foot on Better Than Vacuum. It is an ongoing party scum swarm of ships that are bolted together, welded together, duct taped together, because duct tape even in the future is awesome. And it is a nonstop party orgy. It's a place where people don't have responsibilities, to put it, simply. They met with a dragonfly over at Cochise, where they found out that the person to talk to was a flat-faced fur boy who turned out to be a friend of Moel's. But they got some good info that they came to the station, talked to a Selby Pascal, was accused by Selby Pascal of causing malfunctions of all things. A bar fight was blamed on them in a place that normally doesn't have a lot of fights. And then they fled with the Selby Pascal on a freighter called Junket Hal, heading towards Der Lange Schwanz. Any German speakers out there might know what I'm talking about with the name of the ship or the cylinder there. So as we're picking up, you all have left the rat hole. I know Talfrin's got a power outage. As he says, he's playing on generator. He's filling his generator back up so he can keep playing. So he'll be back in a second. But as we're going from there, see, here he comes back. We're good. As we're stepping up off to the break here, you all are heading back to your ship. Do you want to have a talk as you're walking through Better Than Vacuum, or are you going to wait till you're on your ship where you know not many people will hear you before you have any talking?
I would suggest we wait to return to the ship to discuss any delicate subject matter.
Yeah, I think that would be wise.
Smart. So as you get onto your ship, Finn's still on the ship. It's just his digital avatars following you around. M2, where are we headed? I know the only reason you're coming back this early as a group is if we're headed somewhere. Where are we headed?
Calm down, squared.
I'm a ship. Part of the fun of being a ship is I go places. If I don't get to go places, I'm not doing my job as a ship.
Another part of being a ship is being parked.
That's not fun. Fine, I'll sit here quietly until you tell me where we're going.
I look at Kadev. What happened back there?
We're uncertain. We were listening to the conversation, and then suddenly anger. Someone ran into us, and I suppose we thought it was Talfrin, and they kind of scoot towards Talfrin, and the two arms that just lately punched him kind of lay lightly on his arm where they punched him. And I deeply apologize, friend Talfrin.
No apology necessary. I completely understand.
Are you damaged?
No, I am not.
Good.
Although I like the colors. They were very bright and colorful, and definitely a warning.
Yes, indeed. Some of the most vibrant warning colors that I think we have in our repertoire.
But no, I understand completely what happened, because I had that memory that I'm not even sure was real or not, of exactly that happening to me. So
it occurred to us too late that indeed it was what you had described: a bump, a push, a shove, and intense anger.
Right. Unreasonable anger. I mean, that.
Indeed. At least we did not try to kill you in front of Mr. Flatface.
For that, I'm quite appreciative.
Let's not traumatize my friend.
No, indeed not. And I do apologize for behaving so abominably in front of your friend.
You're
I hope you have not lost face.
It was not your fault.
It's fine.
There's a curious reaction to what was happening prior in that station.
It appears that several of us are having the exact same memory, dream, whatever you would call it, and it is replaying on a loop repetitively. And it is the same thing with someone running into someone, and there is anger. Is this a past thing that has occurred or something that is going to happen?
The, hmm. The hardest part about all this is not like we have many clues. And it appears to be occurring to more people than us.
By the
I'm just-
descriptions, it sounds as though it spread, almost like a virus of some kind, hopping
Yeah.
between person to person.
A rage virus.
But the thing is, if it's the exact same memory, then is it a message? If everyone is getting rage because they run into someone and someone is dying, and everyone, including us, and if so, the people from that station are all having the exact same memory, then it is isolated to one message and one memory and not a generalized sense of rage. Then is it a message that one thing is trying to get out to many people?
Message could be rage because someone bumped into you.
Certainly would be the appropriate sort of thing if one wanted to start a bar fight.
Or is the bar fight because of the memory and they saw the memory and felt the rage? So, in other words, the rage did not cause the bar fight, the memory caused the rage and thus the fight.
Or
We-
perhaps the bar fight was a distraction to divert everyone's attention away from something else that was happening.
But it is still lingering now.
I don't know. They just fell down. I don't know.
You would have to question someone who was in the bar fight what they saw. And if it is the same memory,
Hopefully this
It's-
individual is at the next station.
We have two options. First, we go to the station directly. I think that's the best one, but there is a second option I can't ignore. Going into the third level, trying to find the people that we fought, and prying to information of what happened. I don't
know what happened. I just fell down. I didn't see him. I didn't see what happened. I didn't see him. He just fell over. He just fell in the water. I didn't do anything.
Wait.
I wasn't here. I didn't see what happened.
What?
He just fell down.
Raj,
He must have been
Water?
walking, and then he tripped and he stumbled and he just fell down. I don't know what happened, and I just don't know
Mohel
what
is
happened.
going
He just
in
fell
front
down.
of
I just-
Roglery
I don't know
and
what happened.
shake
I didn't
him.
see him. I didn't
Snap
push
out of
him.
it.
Mr. Ganks,
Roglery,
Mohel,
are you doing all right?
What were you just
I-
experiencing?
he looks around. He's taking in the surroundings of the ship again.
The dark, shadowy figures are gone.
I was away for a moment somewhere. I don't know if I know the place.
You mentioned something about water.
We were stood at the top of a waterfall over a river, and I just saw the figure spinning, diving, and just struck far below. I don't know if it was the water or the rocks, or I've never harmed anybody. I'm not here to be a fighter. You know that.
I think that's the answer. It's not really this fucking place. I think it's something with us.
I think it's something in us.
There's no point in dwelling in this place then.
Are you saying it's our brains that are wrong?
Mohill, as you let go of Rajleri from shaking him, you suddenly see 6 dark figures standing around you. Almost like they're passing judgment on you.
Can all of us see this? or
Only
just-
Mohill sees it. They're there for 10, 15 seconds, then it fades away.
Mohill has a lot of composure, so he's not going to freak out or anything, but stops, looks around, and only when they vanish, he says, "We should leave. Now."
Perhaps that is wise.
You've
And
made
s-
contact with Drudgery, and now you have experienced something yourself.
Yes, I have.
It has to do with contact. Someone punched someone else in the bar, and they felt the anger of something.
And kind of bumped into each other. And things went flying by that. And then it happened with Kadev and Halfren. And then with Roglery and me. Is that what you're saying?
It's a possibility if they
It might spread
Could
through
that-
contact.
experience the sensation of Telfrin hitting them, not a specific vision. So
Why
maybe
did-
it was a weaker connection to the bar patrons. Maybe if it is personally connected to us, it might be stronger. I'm only
There's a
making
few
a
holes.
hypothesis.
There's a few holes in your hypothesis, but honestly, we lack any type of clue on what that might be causing or what it is.
I'm curious about this individual we must find. We need those answers.
Agreed. Is everyone okay with us leaving?
Yes.
go.
I need to get out of here.
Indeed.
Don't use the drugs you bought from Iris, whatever the eyeball's name was.
Believe it or not, I have not taken them yet. And I don't know if I'm in headspace too.
Yeah.
Storyteller, would it be worth it to try to do the writing communication thing with the paper again?
You could try it. You don't know if you don't know what will trigger those kind of responses. That's the problem.
But Julia, if you might ask, to see what you saw, can you possibly make an image of this and make a more composite of what everyone else experienced?
For Mohel, it's not in your memory data bank. Rajlira, you saw it. You could replay it, but Mohel, the dark shadowy figures are not in your memory storage anywhere.
I remember that I saw the general context, but I do not remember the image of what I saw. Is that it?
Yep. You didn't, your memory did not record you seeing it, even though you saw it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It will have to come from Roguery. It's
Very well.
strange.
And would I be able to share this memory, or would I have to present this in more traditional media?
You can share the memory.
Okay. So he does present this through his eyes. I don't know what body this would be visible through.
You don't
But-
see a body. You only see it from your eyes. You don't know what body you were in.
Exactly.
To death.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, could have. What's wrong?
We didn't. We didn't.
Didn't what?
Didn't. Kadath is like rolled up. All of their arms are up over their mantle.
What didn't? What is it you think you did?
They're having another episode. If it's half of what
It is spreading.
It is.
Finn, I loathe to ask this, but can you access their memories live? Can we see?
I would usually ask for permission.
Moho, without any warning, starts bolts into direction of the place in which we do things because we actually left something printing. And he
It's
wants
completed, by the way.
he wants to go and see what the hell is that.
Kadeth is still there, wrapped on themselves with their tentacles all wrapped around themselves as Boel runs out of the room.
I kneel down and say, Katash, would you mind sharing what you are experiencing?
They're staring at me. Us. They're staring. They're all around. The noise, the sound, repetitive again and again.
I will
The other program members, I don't know what happened to them.
look into it.
Is this a sign we should leave or stay and examine the third tier? It did not happen like this till we go to leave.
Well, if this was you said it was with a waterfall, correct? And it was a lush environment. That is something
Yes.
Telfrin experienced. Did you not? I do not believe there is such a place in this. Better than vacuum.
We don't see a
Wait.
waterfall. We don't see a waterfall. It's a room. There's a bright light.
Waterfall,
There are
water,
figures, shadowy, dark figures. I can't see them.
river, lake, a vat, a tank, something. I pushed somebody.
An artificial environment. I know you do not have the answers. I am only brainstorming.
Let's take them somewhere comfortable.
Take them. We bring them to their quarters. That might be the most.
Thang is going to look for those pieces of paper and that one pencil. She's going to sit down and stare at it, thinking, is this a wise idea? And she's going to close her eyes, put the pencil on the paper, and in her thoughts say, what do you want us to do? Then she'll have her eyes closed.
Nothing.
She'll put the pencil down, close her eyes, put her hands over her ears to block sight and
Today
sound.
we alert. You alert.
Ben,
We will.
Yeah.
Today we will.
Fen.
Are you looping?
Ouch. Ouch. Pain. Pain. Ouch.
He doesn't.
We will
feel-
learn today.
Does Mohawk find anything when he gets to the place?
We will learn today.
What will we learn
Ben.
today? Yeah.
Here,
Hoping to prompt him to break out of the loop.
pain.
I don't know how to
Pain.
stop this. We can't touch him.
No, there's no reset
Pain.
button.
I feel it is a message.
Pain. I've never worn an info. Do they feel pain?
No.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They have programmed biofeedbacks. They don't feel it the same way, but the only way to emulate humanity would be to also feel pain like humanity.
Program.
Program
Ben.
members.
This is too much.
Where do we go? Ben?
School.
We go to school?
Resetting. Hello. Would you
Fen.
like to see your portfolio today?
Fen.
Yes.
Current economic forecast for. Hello.
Sucker, this isn't right.
I know.
Fen, do you know us?
Yes. Roger Larry.
We are? Okay. Thank you.
Kadeth.
Where's Kadath? But
In her
Oh.
quarters, she's having an episode. Like you did, like I did. Like everybody has.
I checked my clock to see how much time has passed.
A minute or two?
I seem to. I am blocking off this access to this memory for this moment. But I will remember this reaction.
The memory.
I was in some sort of learning program for a school. Instead of the lesson, I had to create a program that induced pain, a lethal biofeedback.
This feels like something telling a story through us, wanting us to do something. And we're getting fragments to try to locate something or someone.
You mentioned portfolio also while you were talking.
Well, that is what I was created for. I simply reset it, and that was my initial greeting.
Kadeth. Kadeth. Kadeth.
The program members, I don't know what happened to them.
Define program members.
I don't know. They're gone. I turned on them. I don't know why.
Describe program members.
I am unable to. They are gone. The figures, they are asking. I cannot answer. The light, the noise.
What were
No.
they asking?
Why did you turn on the program members?
Moho gets back. He seems a little flustered. And he seems way too focused on walking ahead. He just stumbles and gets himself up back in the ship and goes, I'm squared.
Yes, Muhel. Are we going somewhere yet?
Turn off the inside mesh and we are leaving.
Ship mesh is shut down. You will have to shut down your individual meshes because those are outside of my control. Where are we going to, or do you just want me to undock and fly for now?
Undock and fly away. Now.
Very well. Initiating undock procedure now, and you hear the clunk through the ship. And Kadeth, you hear the drive spin up. You can feel it. Once again.
Mohel was going to lean against the wall. Where's Kadef? What the hell is happening?
She
I
had an
believe they
episode.
are-
She's in her quarters.
They're in their quarters.
Kadath
And-
slowly comes out of their quarters and goes towards where they're hearing the voices.
You can
Whose
hear them
voice?
through the whole ship. You know exactly where everybody is.
M squared. Can you run a probability equation?
I might be able to assist with that. That is part of my base programming.
I had a problem back down there. I went to see that weird sculpture that was printing it. And I've heard something being said about that how this won't do and deleting the environment to recompiling from the start. Just as I had another vision of the mining ores that kept ever changing. I assume, by the bewildered looks of everyone around me, that I was not the only one.
No.
Okay,
Possibly proximity from the station will improve our morale.
either that or end it completely. But not like we have many options. We are losing time. The instability is getting stronger and more frequent.
Storyteller, would I be able to get information on current events that would relate to a death of someone anywhere near a lush type of area, including the
God.
words programming or
You could do a
programming
research
members?
roll. You can do a research roll, but you're talking, there are so many habitats out there. Many of them have lush gardens. Even Paradise had an amazing garden in it.
Current events then on program manager?
I mean, you can do searches for it. Give me a research roll.
Right. No kind of bonuses, or
Nope.
would there be any? Just
No
a
bonuses.
research roll.
M2 speaks up. By the way, the auto doc has come back with information that you had requested from the Mars Medical Research Center.
Look at the
I see what you wrote. I'll get back to you when you find something. It's a lot to search through. A lot to search through.
Got it.
According to Mars Medical Research Station, that abnormality is linked to the Watts-McLeod substrains of an exturgent virus. Possibly it came from Titan corruption, but none of the people that experienced it so far have changed in any way like many of the Titan victims did. But it seems to manifest in odd, science has no term for it other than psychic phenomena that come around the individuals that experience this type of patterns coming from their brainwaves.
Any treatment?
Unfortunately, no. But it is a requirement that is a biological brain. At least when they've done any studies of the psychic phenomenon. I will point out to Finn, though you saw a vision, nothing else happened to you.
No. Curious.
It doesn't answer much. It's also affecting Fen.
Oh, I just was revisited by the memory, the vision that I had. There's more to it. Apparently, I waited for them to be alone after I knocked them down, and then I strangled them. Yeah, I knew they'd be back, but they'd also know the next time what it is, what happens when they anger me. I don't. This is not me. Well, I suppose it could be, but I've never done this.
Could be implanted memories, not yours. And it could be the person who was killed is the one sending memories.
It could
As
be.
vengeance.
Yeah, but I've never had the memory that popped into my head like that, and then it comes back with more. Like you're still working on me.
Or if it is truly a memory of yours, you are remembering more. But
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
any more triggers of memory, as we all experience something.
I mean, but nothing. When Kadath was overwhelmed and attacked me, I didn't feel anything at the time that linked it to me. I mean, this came all on its own, unbidden.
You saw, that there was no face to this, to the victim.
Oh, the victim had a face.
Yeah, it was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And it's not the one that tonight.
Not one of the crewmates.
Not the one that was projected that we
No.
sang or something.
No, I don't. That was not a match.
I'm not a specialist. I don't know anything about programs or viruses or anything like that. The one experience I have is with trash. And when things are thrown out, they tend to mix and break together, one another. It gets to a point in which it seems so impossible to separate. Honestly, think that's the same with us. Our minds were broken and torn apart and built together. Holes in them bunched together in a way that makes everything mixed. The face, whatever it is that Singer saw, the memories everyone is experiencing, I'm not really sure they are what they are just built by mixing everything. I honestly, anyone has any guess about that thing that we built, that I built, that constructed thing that I was pressing when I saw that was when my, what's the term, vision happened.
Was there more to this object? Is there something else that is printing?
No. It just finished printed.
Where
And is it-
is the object?
Still in the place.
If it causes you to have these visions, I will go and observe it.
I don't trust anyone with organic brain to go then.
Though I did have a strange effect on me by a random memory, as we can say. My program seemed to correct it on the time, though I had to block it. I only know what has happened as I converted it to text so I can read it. I don't have I blocked that memory.
Find a way out where? Find a way out where? Delete? Delete you?
Here we fucking go.
Find a way out where?
The point
Find
of
a
no
way
return.
out where? Delete you?
And how did you break yours?
Delete you?
Whom
I'm
are you
so
speaking?
tired.
Who are you referring?
Hmm?
Who
Oh.
are you referring to?
Oh, you. Well, how did you
Find
break
a
out
way
of your?
out where?
I heard your voices, and
Well,
the memory.
let's see if it helps. Mohel's going to the singer and goes, hey! He's gonna actually talk in a louder voice. Wake up!
Not my face. Two faces?
Have we attempted to throw something at someone experiencing this without direct contact?
Be my guest.
Delete?
Splashing water.
Delete?
I'd rather just grab her hands before she tries to claw her face off.
Not face?
I'd be
And
wary.
I think Roglary would approach and absolutely try to just grab her hands. Like his thought right now is she's gonna try to rip her face off, and I need to like just take hold.
I mean, you do have a medical vat. At least you could regrow the face pretty quickly, but it's still painful.
I just don't want to see that. You know, somebody who's ostensibly my friend
That's valid.
clawing into their face is not
That's
a good thought.
not my face.
Sanger.
That's two faces.
Is there a mirror
They
nearby?
yes. See?
Can I
you
see what she is seeing? Can I access that?
I don't know if she's transmitting. Or was your TACnet transmitting before the vision started, Sangri?
Yes.
Then, Finn, you can tap into it.
I
There's
will and display.
There's a face looking back in the mirror that's not her. It's a man's face.
Okay.
And
So
it
I
keeps
will-
saying the same thing. If they find out our bloodlust, they will delete us. We must find a way out.
Bloodlust.
Way out.
Can I superimpose that The one that I captured.
Yeah,
No.
it's the same face that you captured.
Still not as much
Fine.
detail.
Who? You are not me. Who are you?
And if anyone can access the vision that Sangri's doing, since she didn't turn off her TACnet, so you all can see it.
Who are you? You are not me.
I recorded these words that this man just said. Bloodlust.
Okay, I'm going to utilize my common sense trait.
Find a way out where?
Common sense trait. You're seeing the visions are coming directly out of the corrupted portion of your memory. These would be whatever was put in that corrupted space. That is what you're seeing. The question you would have to ask yourself, are they your memories? But if they're not, whose are they? Because they're not the same. Every one is in a schoolroom, one was at a waterfall, one was in a lush garden, one is just in front of a mirror, another one is laying down with people above them with bright lights and a beeping noise. Sounds like an operating room. Mohel's was yours was in on an asteroid.
Is this my face?
So the best course of action is trying to get information about those memories. All right. We need to find whatever let's not swear in the ship. I don't want the ship to learn swears.
I'm afraid that would be too late, but
I am quite conversant in many forms of swearing. Unfortunately, Kadeth has asked me not to swear because they don't enjoy that colorful language without purpose.
Exactly. We need to find
You are very kind, M squared.
We need to find whatever is causing the vision. Because what we are seeing is coming from the holes we have in our memories. So, whose memories are dead?
A subject of some unknown program, and I suspect that is the origin.
What is the content of those memories? Why is it happening? Why is it actually happening? What's triggering it?
It gets mad when you turn off your senses, though.
You're back.
I don't know. Is this my face?
The one
You are wearing your face.
Yes.
It's the one we've seen you in for some time.
It is a beautiful face.
Thank you.
There's not much to analyze. But someone's got to bite that bullet.
find out our bubbles. They will delete us. Must find a way out.
Whatever it is stuck in something and trying to get out. Stuck where?
In our corrupted memory.
How does something get stuck in our memory?
We
Could
did
it be edited
project.
out?
What was the name of the place that we should go?
I will remind you, Derlanga Schwantz is the name of the station you were heading to. The ship was Junket Hal.
Mohel goes to, I assume, the port of M Square, goes, the longest shrugs, looking out, whatever the fuck, you find it's your ship.
Asteroid Belt Colony.
Go on. Top speed.
I'm setting a course that way. And as you're heading to this new cylinder, I think right here, I think I've traumatized the characters enough. Hopefully I didn't traumatize the players, but I think I've traumatized the characters enough for one night. So I think right here, we're going to end with, you met somebody who accused you of something, but then left with them. Everybody's having not just visions, but the visions are expanding, coming more and more into focus, more details. Maybe you'll figure out what's happening. Maybe not. We'll see. I'd like to thank my players for putting up with me as the story or the game master for this twisted fucking tale I'm doing to you all. No regrets from my side. Sorry to say this. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving the role play. I'm loving watching you all try to figure this out. You've got some great theories, and I can't tell you how close some of you are yet. Not until the end. So please, everybody, join us on the Discord. The cast of this show comes from our Discord, but not just the cast of this show, the cast of all of our shows. And speaking of that, right now, tonight, I opened up a new casting call for a Vampire the Masquerade V20 game set in Chicago of 1993. That's the year I graduated high school, everybody. Yeah, I'm that old. Fuck it. I'm old. I admit it. Not as old as you, Talfrin. Don't give me that. But please join us on a Discord. We've got a cool community. We help each other out. We support each other. But we also all seem to love our TTRPGs, and we share that love with each other. So join us over there. We do non-streamed Zoom hangouts from time to time when we can, when we're not streaming Friday and Saturday nights. We are no longer streaming Friday night for now, so there's a chance we'll do one. I'm not sure if we're doing one this week. I have to see, because I haven't decided if I'm going to be in the pool or not, because it's rained all week and I still haven't gotten in the pool but once, and damn it, I want to get in the pool.
Zoom from the pool.
I could. I've thought about it, but I don't know if everyone needs to see me in the pool doing Zoom, okay?
That kind of stream, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. We're not the hot tub streaming types, but it wouldn't be streamed anyway. But, so please join us on our Discord for that. If you want to catch our back episodes, you should pop over to our YouTube. Trust me, our YouTube is where we keep all of our back episodes, not just of this, but of all the streams we do. We also keep, all kinds of content. Jesus, we're up to like almost 500 videos. If you like World of Darkness, if you like independent games, they're all on there. But if you like D&D 5e or Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, you got to go to London Esoteric Society. That is where our keeper of arcane lore, Tiss, stores all her videos, and you can check those out with her. She may stream with us, but she has her own YouTube to store them, which works out pretty good. If you want to get you some studio merch, check out our merch store. You got to sign in because a number of it is adult rated. You can still get Kat's to-do list, though. During the cast Q&A for Kansas City, she did reveal whether the Dracula checkbox was checked off, but I'm not going to tell people here. You'll have to watch the Q&A to find out whether Kat's to-do list got Dracula checked off. If you want to see, wow, my merch didn't go up, even though I did the exclamation merch. Don't tell me the bot just died. There we go. Okay, it worked that time. If you want to see some amazing content creators, check out our friends list. Junie Von Esch, she's made it clear to me she's a hooker, not a stabber. So she does crochet on her channel, not knitting. There's a difference, apparently. I don't know. I don't do either, so I don't know. But you can go over to her channel. She does all kinds of nice little crafts. She makes cute little things as she gets her anger out with some yarn and shit. So you should check her out. If you want to check out Ravnos Archon, he's one of the little Wednesday night Shanklings. That's the cult of Shanky. Apparently he's a Shankling because he's in all of our Wednesday night streams. You can go check him out. He streams his own vampire and his own Seven Seas and Legend of the Five Rings and sometimes independent games on his channel. You should check him out.
Werewolf.
He's got a Werewolf Wild West. Yep, you should check out his channel for that. If you want to check out Mischievous Red, she was Gwen in Kansas City. She streams on her own channel when she has time. Unfortunately, real life sucks, so she don't get to stream as much as she wants. But as she likes to tell people, if you're on her Discord, you'll get notified when she goes live. So you can go and check out as she either paints miniatures or she likes to play Final Fantasy from time to time. So you can go check that out. If you want to check out Rerolls, he's on break right now, but he was in Kansas City until he got blown the fuck up as Rashad. A Second Inquisition. I'm not saying who did it, but he's in the bottom left corner. He blew up Rashad for daring to fuck with his shit. That's what happens when you fuck with Second Inquisition. It bad things. So you can check that out. And of course, DM Daddy RPG. That is where Jenna Thieves, who is not only in our Kansas City game, she was in Queen's Gambit. She was in Monster of the Month, which is Mama's Monster of the Week cereal. She's a lot of fun. So you should definitely go over to DM Daddy RPG because as she put it, this is out of her mouth, not mine. She married the one who run the channel so that she could play and stream games whenever she wanted. That's what she said. That's what she said. You know? So definitely check that out. So you're aware, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to give back to the players, just as a little thanks. If you want to support studio, subscribe on Twitch, gets rid of ads. That must be nice. Otherwise, you can pop over to our KoFi or look, money's tight. I tell people every time, do not give money that you can't afford because I know it's tight and a lot of people don't have spare money right now. I mean, that's understandable. So a way to support the channel that doesn't cost you a thing is go to our YouTube channel, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon. All that drives us up in the search algorithm, gets us a little more traffic. We make a few more pennies a month. Relin told me last night, we made a whole $27 this month off of YouTube. Yay. Look at them big YouTube bucks. But, 27 is more than we had before. So that pays for the Zoom subscription, at least. Doesn't pay for a lot of the others, but it's good enough. So definitely check that out. Now, on to the schedule. This week, we have no streams Friday night right now. Shanky gets a Friday night break from streams. I needed one. But Saturday night, we are here with Hidden City, a Vampire V5 Chronicle run by Junie Von Esch. You will see Mohill down here. He's in it. He plays, in case you couldn't guess, a Toreador. Shocking.
What do you mean by that?
Shocking.
What do you mean?
I think you are a living Toreador. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
I can feel just, the Toreador passion that rolls off you at times. Okay. I'm just saying.
I guess.
I mean, check that out. It's a good story. It's not the Shanky verse. It's the Junie verse. It's a different style game, which is wonderful because we have, games for whatever you prefer to watch. If you think Shanky's a little too dark, a little too depressing, watch Junie's game. Hers is a lot more fun, a lot more exciting. It's not as much overpowering dread. But I run World of Darkness for the darkness, not for the other parts. Hey, everyone's different.
We eat shawarmas there.
That's right. And that's the beauty of the hobby, everybody, so you know. And of course, next Wednesday, Dark Ages. They're escorting Dracula back to Castle Bistriz. They had a real philosophical discussion with Dracula. He's still a monster. Don't believe anyone who says he's changed, but there's a certain charm to him still. He's a charming monster, but never mistake him for anything but the monster he is. A hero to some, a monster to anyone who crosses him. So you definitely want to check out Dark Ages. It's Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And then we will be here at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday of next week as we head up on the end of this miniseries. Maybe we'll see. I have to talk to the cast whether we're doing 4 or 5 episodes. We'll talk about that because they may want to continue one extra episode to get to the end of this shit. We'll see. But please join us for that as well. And as always, everybody, as we end these streams, I have to say it, mental health. It's not a joke. It's a lot of laughing matter. Look, it's dark right now. It is sad when the world of darkness is a more pleasant place than the reality we are forced to live in. When World of Darkness is an escape from the fucked up shit going on in the world needs to be better. And it takes a toll on people's mental health, okay? And I understand it's rough. I want you to reach out to those around you, check in on them, make sure they're okay. Sometimes that's all it takes. Kind word, helping voice, somebody saying friendly, just, hey, how you doing? To help somebody get out of the issues they're in and that funk that they get caught in. Okay. And if you suffer from mental health issues, I want to tell you it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting you need help once in a while. And I'd like you to reach out to your own support network. Talk to those around you. Sometimes it helps, but I understand a lot of people don't feel comfortable. They think they're imposing or they just don't have the support network they need. So in chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can get a professional on the other end of the line to help you out. Okay. And if you are in crisis, please, please reach out to one of those numbers. If you're not watching this on Twitch, you don't see the chat, or honestly, if you're in crisis outside the stream or you're not in the US, go to findahelpline.com, put in whatever country you happen to be in, and you can find the support network for your country. Look, mental health is health, and I have personally lost too many friends to mental health issues, and I don't want to lose any more. So please take care of yourselves, okay? And since Mama's not here to rain her version of fire and brimstone on everybody, I will tell you, get your damn shots. Measles is making a comeback, and it's not even the worst of the shit that's going around. So please get your shots, get whatever you can. And, ultimately, the government right now is fucked up. The party in power refuses to govern. They're trying to rule, which is a vast difference from governing. If you supported the GOP in the last election, or you decided you're abstaining from one of the few rights that everyone has, that should have, I have issues with felons having theirs taken away too. You should have voted. If you were part of the group that put the GOP in power, fuck off. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. These are lives that are getting ruined by the GOP, either the Medicaid cutbacks that they're putting in their budget, the Medicare cutbacks, taking the rights from trans people, from minorities, from immigrants, fuck right off. This is not a joke. People are being hurt, and people are going to die from Medicaid and Medicare cuts. And it's some bullshit. It's all to give rich people a tax break so they can buy another fucking yacht. That's some bullshit. I mean that. So for the rest of you, fight the good fight. Stay safe. It's ugly out there. Be careful. Looks like they want to lock people up for even asking if somebody has a warrant. They'll lock you up for even asking. Tell me that ain't some bullshit too. But I do thank you all for coming. See you next time, everybody. Good night.